Dive into a conversation today with Coach Bridget Mutemi. She's a life coach, but she is also, and most importantly for this conversation today, a business development consultant. Frank, what are you saying? That we all cannot run businesses?
Sema, uko na hii personality. If you behave this way, if you act this way, then you cannot run business. Sharon,
I have really...
wewe mkono kwa si ya biashara wewe.
So that is what they usually mean. Okay, so we're here to find out, is it really true? Or where do these two intersect? One's personality and biashara. Is it everyone who can actually run a business and see it to a success? Some of us should just be employed and just, enjoy life that way. Yeah. That is what we want to dive into. But before we get into the conversation, karibu sana Coach Bridget.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
All right. So without taking a lot of time, maybe we can just go straight into the conversation of the day and start off by asking, first of all, is this true? What we just said, is it true? Is it everyone who can run a business?
Everybody has been taught different things. The fact is, everybody can run a business.
Okay.
Absolutely everybody.
All right.
Those who believe they can and those that don't believe they can, all they need is a mindset shift, because there is absolutely no personality that is not cut for business. There's something for everybody.
Okay.
There are too many businesses as there are personalities. All you need to do is just be aware of your personality. Who are you and what aligns with that personality? Okay. So stories mkono, that doesn't arise. That's a mindset that we must deal with.
Okay, I love that you say there are as many businesses as there are personalities, because I was going to ask, some of us are just too nice and too generous. Tutapea watu madeni.
Yeah, we dish out
we just give services and goods for free.
Yes.
Yeah. So where does personality and business success intersect?
This is where there is an intersection. When you say some of us, I like what you mentioned, that some of us are too nice.
Yeah.
There are businesses for people who are too nice.
Okay. Please
let me just give you examples.
Okay.
If you're too nice, suppose you run a children's care business that requires people who are really nice, or you're into caregiving services, or all those are businesses for people who are too nice. And when you're too nice, sometimes people pay for the niceness.
Oh,
so that will also pay. So what you need is align your personality with a business that fits in, and you will flow in that space. You will thrive in that space. And then if you have a problem with collecting madeni, you could actually consider hiring someone who is not too nice and who also thrives in that space. Atakusaidia kudai. Yeah.
So biashara is also something what it's born with. Iko kwa damu or a generation or...
There are so many belief systems that we have, and a lot of training, a lot of conditioning. And you're taught, this is not in our family. Have you seen anybody do this? That's not in our damu. There's what you're born with, but once you want it, you can learn. You can always learn. I mean, there's no baby born a business person. You learn. Even that which you say is in your family is actually learned in that family. Sometimes people say certain communities, certain races are good at this kind of business, retail and all that. But they learned by seeing it done. And if it's not in your family, you could be the first from which people in your generation learn. So there's no such a thing that it's in your damu. You can always learn.
And actually generations that come after you could say that it was in our dam without knowing that you're the one who started it.
Someone started
it somewhere.
Yes.
But speak about the importance of business owners or entrepreneurs getting to understand their own personalities.
That's very important. And as a life coach, remember, we deal with people themselves before we even talk about the business. It's very, very important to be aware of who you are, even as you generate your business idea, to know where you thrive. And that's part of doing an analysis of yourself as a person. You actually, just the way we do SWOT analysis for business, you do a SWOT analysis for yourself. What are your strengths? Where do you thrive best? Are you a people person? Are you a compassionate person? Are you extroverted? Are you introverted? And then when you understand that, then you know what is your strength and what is your weakness. If you're selecting a business, maybe you want to go into business, you're not in there. In the idea that you generate, you think about those strengths and align it and the weaknesses to be what you'll work on. I realize, for instance, I'm so extroverted. And probably I'm likely to be talking too much. Yeah, there are people like that. It's not always a positive. Yeah. People think introverts, negative, extroverts. No. There's no such a thing. You realize this will be your positive aspect, which you build on, which you capitalize on, or your weakness, which you could work on, or find someone, or find a tool, because nowadays there are even online tools that can do things for you. You realize you want to do some online marketing for your business and you can't do it, you can have some AI video for you, some cartoon that will appear online if you don't want to appear in person because you're too shy. So it's very important to learn your personality, to know who you are as a person, and then align it. That's how you will flow. Because any other way you'll feel like you're struggling. And then there will be so much evidence to prove what you've always known. Sisi watu wa biashara. We are not business people. Yeah.
There are times maybe you walk into a business or, a shop or a supermarket and you find some people with some kind of attitude, some people not really talking.
Yes.
Awongei.
Yeah.
So it's you to force yourself to get the information of what you want to buy.
Yeah.
Or to purchase or so. So should we say that it's a limitation in their personality that is affecting the business? Or how can we, define that?
Frank, I actually encountered such a person yesterday.
No.
We were always just left that shocked and walked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are several things that could be happening. Now, I'm talking as a life coach from a life coach personality. Remember, these are humans with a life. You don't know what's happening in the life of that person. They could be good business people and all that, but life, as you say, life happens. You don't know what's going on in their personal lives. That could be it. And the other thing could be training. Maybe there's an employee, not the owner of the business, who has just had a quarrel with a supervisor or something like that. And they are not able to separate that from how they handle their customers. That's why sometimes even in organizations we train people on customer service, how to handle clients, how to still shake off whatever is happening in life, separate it from how you handle customers, because the customer has no idea about you. They see the organization. When you walk in, you saw the shop. Okay, you are dealing with the organization. But what happens is, as you walk in, this person is still the residue of the quarrel or the residue of, say, a sick child at home is still lingering. Or they don't even like this job. They are here because they had to earn a living, so they are not even aligned to what they are doing. They're in customer service and they hate it. Have you found people who actually really hate their jobs? And they're there. They're supposed to handle the customers for that organization. They're here because they must earn a living and they couldn't find anything else. That person will not want to handle you well. You're a nuisance when you're walking in, different from what the person wants. So sometimes we even do training to be able to teach customer service people on how to handle clients, so that the goal of the owner of the business thrives. And if you're a business owner, you may want to invest in that kind of training for your staff to be able to deal with personal issues, because personal issues will affect how you run even your own business. If you're not able to rein in your emotions, to be able to deal with what's happening in your personal life, to be able to just have it together, master your emotions, you'll project it to customers. You'll be talking all sorts of unprintables to the client that walks, and they are a nuisance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not really big on the personality.
It might not be a personality. You cannot just look at this and say that's their personality. It could be so many. Mostly, I would say it's misalignment of, say, the job they are doing vis-a-vis who they really are. They've been forced into customer service. They don't like it, but they are here to just survive and get the bread for their children. So there's misalignment, there's lack of training, but it could also be a personality issue.
There are people, because thinking of it in a way that there are people who adjust so quickly.
Yes.
Something bad maybe has happened, or they're dealing with something in
Yes.
their personal lives.
Yes.
But now when it comes to business, they adjust so fast to know that this is a different space altogether.
Yes.
So do we have some people who are more flexible than others?
We definitely have people. People cope differently. But what we do is teach people on what we call emotional mastery. Being aware of your emotions to be able now to take charge. Actually, for instance, you've just had we are in traffic in Nairobi and someone was just cutting you in and they say insulted you or something. How do you shake it off and be able to smile at the next customer? It's emotional mastery. We no longer say emotional intelligence. We say mastery, your ability to rein in your emotions and to remain stable sufficiently to be handle the next situation. It's something you can learn even if you didn't have it. So the issue about whether you had it or not is not valid. Anything, including your ability to control your emotions, to rein in your emotions, to decide the thoughts that you're going to have, to decide whether you're going to act or react, to decide how you move from this scenario, still remain calm and smile at the next customer. Yes.
So an individual has quite some power if they exercise the power.
Exactly.
That's what I hear you saying. Regardless
Exactly.
of the personality or not.
Yes.
You're able to exercise restraint and things like that to
Yes.
master your emotions.
Exactly.
Having worked with businesses and worked with individuals over time, Coach Bridget, would you say that there are some blind spots, where personalities are concerned, and we'll keep going back to personalities,
Yes.
that may hurt entrepreneurs without them realizing?
Absolutely. If you're unaware of your personality, it could hurt your business very much. It could, if for instance, you're unable. Let me just give a very simple example. I walked in somewhere and I was buying just milk. And I asked, is your milk good? And then the person quickly asked, how do you expect me to be selling bad milk? Like all that anger that is pent up. What I did is I apologized and left.
Okay.
So they lost business. And what happens to this customer that you've treated that way? They'll tell another
Others.
person
Yeah.
their experience with you. What will it do with your business?
Yeah.
It will hurt your business. Reason? Nobody wants to go to a grumpy person who takes questions about their products so personally. Yes, there will be blind spots if the owner of the business is unaware of that kind of personality. That's why self-awareness is a very big, it's a very big deal when it comes to dealing with businesses. Just knowing who you are, knowing what you're feeling, including knowing what you're feeling now. It might not be your personality. It's, what am I feeling now? I'm really angry. Actually, you can actually talk to your anger. Anger, is that you? You want to ruin my business today. When you call it out, you won't be able to feel that anger anymore because you recognize it. So I'm usually short-tempered person, so that when I'm asked a very quick question, if you know that from the beginning, you can rein it and therefore act differently for the survival of your business, including the choice of the business you're going into. There are people who just, according to their personality, they don't like dealing with people. I am not a people person, and you've known that from the onset. So I would work in the back office where I am not interacting with people, and that will make my business thrive. I'll let this person who is extroverted be the customer-facing person. Yes. So deal with the blind spots by recognizing them, and therefore putting measures to mitigate against those areas.
Coach, it might sound like a very complicated thing for some people.
Yes.
Because someone might be wondering, all I want to do is business. Yeah. So why, Coach, are you taking me down this OCG assessment, self-awareness, SWOT analysis? How easily can one understand themselves without it sounding very academic?
Yes.
As though they have to go for a course
in psychology, right?
In order to understand themselves. So how can one simply just,
It's a simple question. Let's not take you to psychology.
Yeah.
Let's ask you, do you want to run a thriving business? Let's begin there.
Okay.
Do you want to run a thriving business? Most people would say yes. That's definite. So I want to run a thriving business. Then do you want to know things that could come your way? Yes. What is that? It's personality. What the hell is that? The answer would be simple. Where do you feel you thrive naturally? I don't want to go into terms of extroverted, introverted, openness. Nobody wants all that academia. The best answer is, where do you feel you flow naturally? What is this that you come alive when you're doing? What is this you actually naturally enjoy doing? Personally, I enjoy talking to people. I find myself talking to people easily, and therefore I've aligned my kind of business to the kind of work that will engage talking to people. So it's simple. Don't go into analysis. Don't go into academia. Don't go to books. Don't go to psychology classes. That's too much because you have business to investigate for.
Right.
It's simple. Where do you flow naturally? Where it's your natural flow? What is it that you come alive doing? What is this that you feel good doing? What is this you excel at so easily and naturally? That's your personality. Align your business to that. Yes.
All right, we have people who trade who they are.
Yes.
Because they want to fake it kind of so that they can just survive in certain space. What would you say of this? Because if somebody has to, avumilier, just to camouflage, just to suit into what they have to do.
Yes.
What would you say of this?
There are two things. Two things is, one, there is kuvumilia. So doing something that deep within, this is not me.
Yeah.
I do not like this. I once worked in an organization where I was working in the back office, and that depressed me because that's not who I am. I want to be out there with people. So I don't thrive well in that space. So here you are familiaring.
Yes.
But then and this might not be for long. Within some time there will be burnout. You will not want to be in that space. But then there is something else. Have you heard fake it till you make it? And there is some conditioning in your mind.
Yes.
Once you do something repeatedly and your mind believes that to be your nature. So you can thrive in something that you are not good at because you have convinced your subconscious mind that this is who you are. You say, there are people who say, I am shy, I can't do marketing. And then you say, let me just try marketing. I am the bomb in marketing. So you walk in there and convince your mind perennially that you are good at it until you actually do. So you can start acting it until you become. Familiaring is painful. But when you've told your mind this is possible, adopt a growth mindset and start doing it, your subconscious mind and therefore your conscious self will adopt that new trend, and that's the space for learning. Yes.
Those are very two interesting perspectives. Where unavumilia,
Yes.
and then there's where you have told yourself, you know what, I may
can
not
do
be
this.
as good, but I can do it.
Yeah.
And so slowly by slowly, you actually get into it, and it becomes the new No more.
becomes your new you.
Yeah.
This introvert all of a sudden became the marketer.
Right.
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting. If you have a question or comment, feel free to send it to us. The number is 20933 0717 400 555 is our WhatsApp line. And did I say we are also across our social media platforms at Hope FM Live. So in a bit to just carry on with demystifying this thought that some people wako na mikono ya biashara, coach.
Yes.
Generally, I don't know if this would be a repetition, but you're better placed to answer this. Generally, are there types that would struggle to adapt to a new something?
I would say no.
No.
Because of this reason. If you say there are types that would struggle, that is based on a limiting belief.
Okay.
That we are limited in a certain way. That I can do this and I can't do this. Anytime there is struggle, remember the word I used, flow.
Yeah.
If there is struggle, it means you're not flowing. There is struggle sometimes if, for instance, you want to go into the kind of business that you've had. Hey, kona pesa, this one has a lot of money, so let me go into that.
Yeah.
You see, this is not your area. There will be struggle for a certain kind of personality going into that because you're not in flow. This is not you. This is not where you thrive naturally.
You're going into it for the wrong reasons.
You're going into it because as we teach GYB, it's called Generate Your Business Idea. We teach people about where you go into, how most people go into businesses and why businesses fail. Businesses fail because you started, the idea was wrong from the word go. Yeah, it was wrong.
Oh,
So-
the idea was right, but you were the wrong person for it.
Yes, because the idea was good, but it was for someone else. It was a good idea for someone, else, not for you.
Yes.
So we have Generate Your Business Idea. Is where you actually analyze the best idea for you.
Yeah.
It will be what aligns with what you are. You know, what response. Say it's what the market needs, but you must be good at it. You must have some value. You must probably have some knowledge. You'll have analyzed yourself sufficiently to be able to do this.
Okay.
So you are aligned. So we won't say that some people are struggling. You're struggling because it's another person's idea, not yours. Of course, businesses have challenges.
I was going to ask you, does that mean that biashara should be smooth just because you're the person for it?
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean biashara should be smooth. Life is not smooth. But what about your resilience and your ability to handle it? And your mindset too. I am keeping on going to the word mindset. Challenges are there. But what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Are you looking at the obstacles? Because if you're looking for evidence for failure, oh God, the world will parade it. Yeah, you want to start this business? Go ask people. The first thing you'll be told all sorts of businesses, all sorts of reasons why it's not
It
worked.
doesn't work.
It doesn't work, and then you quickly go to your safety. And
Yeah.
is there growth in safety?
Not at all.
Who has ever moved by just staying in
Comfort.
the same place? Yeah, so you must take the challenge, but have sufficient mindset and not be afraid to fail because you will fail.
Yeah.
Most people who are successful business people in this world have failed many times. So if you're afraid of failing, then you're afraid of growth. I mean, even children, as they learn to walk, they fall.
fall
What do they do?
They
They stand up and go again, or else they'll never walk.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Let's take a quick business break. We'll be back in a few. Stay with us.
The Corporate Hub on Activate. Your catalyst for economic.
Any question, feel free to share with us. 0717 400 555. You're talking about business and personalities. You know, do you align? Do you understand where these two meet, your personality and your business? We want to stay with us to even get more insights about this.
Thank you, Frank. Just now that you mentioned about alignment, before I read out one of the questions we have here, maybe Coach, you can tell us if you come across a client who, and maybe there's someone who's listening to us and they're like this, that their natural style of doing things does not align with their business goals. What would you tell them? What would you advise them?
That's a common question with most clients, that my personality and my business goals do not seem to align.
Okay.
Two things. One, do you want to continue with that business, or do you want to align? What do you want to work on? Is it your personality that you want to change, or your business? And in which case, both are changeable. You know, we need to realize that we are not limited in any way. We are not limited in how to model our business to align with our personality, or how to align our personality
To our business.
All these are changeable. Everything can be learned. We can, even these definitions of personalities are not static. You're one thing at this time, and at another time you are something different. So you can always either change the business if that's easier, or change your personality. You will determine which is easier for you. Is it the business model, or is it your personality? Yes.
Wow. I was going to ask. I feel like so much power then is in the hands of the business person, the owner.
Absolutely.
In me as the entrepreneur.
Yes, absolutely. You're the creator. The entrepreneur is the creator.
Yeah.
So just like a maker, you're the god of this business at that point.
Okay.
You are the creator. So you will mold it according to the way you want it to be.
Okay.
Of course, innovation here comes to play. How creative are you in modeling it? It doesn't have, most people do copy paste. So and so is doing this business. It's always done this way. And in business schools, I'm a business school trainer also. I'm a lecturer. So in business school, you have specific models of how business is done. Sometimes it removes creativity and innovation and your ability to just model it to a certain way, to be different.
Yeah.
I mean, there can be as many permutations as there are people. And you may realize someone else likes the way you're doing it. Yeah, so you can change the business model or you can change your personality depending on what you believe to be the easier one to change.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We have a quick one here. This one asks, isn't self-awareness a two-way process? Both the seller and the buyer need to be able to master emotions, choice of words, and approach people, etc. Because I don't think either should be combative in questions and responses. Well, I think that's just a comment. And what we're saying here is that you are the one in control. You may not be in control of the buyer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can't control what the world does.
Yeah.
Just like in traffic, you won't control what that other person does.
Yeah. But you can control what
You can
do.
control your response to it. So you will not control. You can't say now, you buyers also, be good to us. They will be who they want. You also don't know what they are dealing with. They're also humans dealing with life.
Yeah.
Customer is always right.
The customer and the customer has choices. They can buy from you or go to the next door. So how do you keep them?
Yeah.
You will learn to master your own emotions so you can keep them. You can actually change their attitudes towards you. You can actually just, there are some people who've walked into businesses and been treated in such a good way, yet they came blaring and then they are disarmed. And they are good. And as they walk out, they feel like they've been through therapy and all they did was buy something from you. Yeah.
Wow. So as an entrepreneur, as a seller, as a person in the business, again, the choice is in your hands.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Frank, anything on your end as we wrap up?
Maybe just to help somebody understand if there is a way they can, for this entrepreneur, somebody who's listening in right now, they're yet to discover themselves. Maybe are there parameters or, a ways they can assess themselves to, know who they really are?
There are so many online tools, but you could also work with a coach to help you. This way you do a one-on-one discussion where you can discover yourself sufficiently. Including that gives you an opportunity to say your past experiences, probably a place you started a business, it didn't work well, and then work with a professional who can guide you towards, ensuring that you get it right from the beginning all the way to the end. Probably even mentor you. You need a coach, a mentor, someone who can guide you.
Right.
Of course, there are online tools, only they are not personalized to you. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Coach, for the great insights. Maybe any final remarks where the conversation on business and personalities is concerned as we wrap up?
Yes. Final remarks is remain in alignment, flow, and anything you don't know can be learned. We can always learn new things. We can change our personality. Everything is in our hands. We have control of our personality, control of our choices of business, controls of how we do business, and all that is in our hands. We are not limited, even by our belief systems. Yes. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming and thank you for helping us with this conversation. I pray that all of us will go and thrive regardless of what personality we have.
Yeah.
We will go and thrive in our businesses. Change what you can, change what you're able to, and of course, we leave the rest to God as well,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
his part is major.
Yes,
It's
yes.
very, very big
Definitely.
where business is concerned.
Yes.
Coach, blessings to you, Coach Bridget Mutemi, helping us with our conversation today. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. How is a blessing being